here's a shed from my female reticulated python. You know, a lot of people have said, and I've read a lot of times in the past, that, you know, retics don't shed good, or, you know, they have bad sheds. And, you know, there are some that have good sheds, there are some that have bad sheds, but, you know, this particular snake, I mean, this is a whole shed. It's ripped in a few places, you know, where she was rolling it off. But she took this off in just a couple minutes. I pretty much watched her do it, you know, and came off in one piece. And, you know, I personally think that's just the result of, you know, good Hubs and treat and, you know, good diet. And if you notice over here, you know, we keep our snake room about 76 degrees, and the humidity there stays about 65 to 67% humidity in this room all the time. And I don't mist her cage. I don't mist any of their cages. I get good sheds like this every time, and I think it's a result of that and good diet. Okay, that's good. Well, here's the retic that I was talking about that just shed. Got a cleaner cage. This retic here was bred by a friend of mine named Gavin at In Your Face Exotics from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. She's just over 2 years old. She is 100% het albino. Her mother was actually an albino tiger that was bred from Jay at Prehistoric Pets, and her mother was from the first clutch of albino tigers they produced out there in California. So she's kind of special in that way, I guess. I like her. Her temperament's good. She's growing pretty good. Like I said, she's just over 2 years old, so she's still got some growing to do. This is her. This is Tora. We've had her since she was just a little baby. So that's her. We'll get some better pictures of her once I clean. Like I said, I put her in this holding bin because if I put her on the floor, she'd destroy my snake room. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this, and we'll get back to you when I start putting her away. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get her back in the cage. Like I said, I use newspaper in all our snake cages. A little bit about, you know, how I heat and how we heat these cages is, you saw the room stays, you know, about 76 to 78 degrees, and for heat, I heat about 1/3 of these cages to 95 degrees with under tank heat only, flex watt, or some other type of heat pad. These particular cages have flex watt under about 1/3 of the cage is heated to 95 degrees, and that's their heat, and that's pretty much how we heat everything. Our pythons and boas, they're all pretty much heated that same way. So like I said, I keep it pretty simple with just newspaper. You know, I like newspaper because it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mold, it doesn't, you know, hide, you know, urine. It's easy to clean. You know, bugs aren't attracted to it. And it's affordable. You know, this paper, you know, it's real easy to find newspaper in big quantities. You know, so that's another reason. But it's more for the cleanliness and the easiness of the newspaper. So I like that the most. Other than that, there's a water bowl in these cages, and that's about how we do it. And we've been doing it that way for quite a while, with pretty good results. As far as the snake goes, this snake here, like I said earlier, she's just over 2 years old. I don't know how heavy she is or how long she is. She eats every 2 weeks. we feed her a 10-pound rat, or a 10-pound rat, a 10-pound rabbit, excuse me, every 2 weeks. And she still sheds every couple of weeks. She's still growing real good. She's got a great temperament. And, you know, you didn't see me go in her cage with a snake hook. You didn't see me go in her cage with a gentle giant. You know, this snake has never bitten anybody. I've taken this snake to youth groups, and I've shown this snake to kids, and I've let young people handle this snake, and her attitude is just this, you know. So, you know, I do think that she's a pretty good example of a tiger. She's real colorful. Like I said, I love her attitude, I love her temperament. And like I said, this snake is eating a 10-pound rabbit every 14 days. And she's been on a 2-week feeding schedule now for almost a year. And on the video we put up, I'll show you a picture of what she looked like a year ago, so you can get a good idea of just how much growth she's put on in a year's time. And there's Tora. Tora the tiger.